I've observed and noticed a couple of times now that when there are like situations that or my mind perceives as difficult, without immediate known solution, then mind desperately tries to feed itself with new solutions. It tries to stimulate me into thinking and taking action that would consume more information or consume some sort of content, if you will. And that content not always is related to actually solution that I need to take, but it's just like a coping mechanism to ease the pain and distract yourself with some sort of content and educating yourself or taking in some information, input. And that's not always the best thing to do, because in many cases that's suppression, avoidance of the pain. That's coping mechanism, distraction that doesn't really help. Instead, what needs to be done is the opposite. Instead, what we need to do is stillness, quieting our mind, giving ourselves space and time, which may seem very counterproductive or counterintuitive or opposite to what mind seeks. But it's where the insight can happen. We need space where our intuition can kick in, or theta waves, the thinking out of the box, creative nudges or impulses can occur. Creativity is in this space. And the opposite spectrum of this space is trying to think really hard, anxiety, ego-driven manifestation, which is I have to control, I have to know, I have to, forcing things, not from a flow. And I get it, we might feel pressured when we feel that there is not much time left for us to make a decision, have a choice. So we feel cornered. We feel I have to find solution immediately now. But often how universe works is that everything has its own best timing, and our this forceful will might overshadow that, and we might sometimes not see the opportunity coming. There might be lack of patience, especially if we have been struggling in the past for a long time and we want to do it faster. We want to overcompensate for that past loss. So yeah, it's not easy, but we need to be patient, and we need to allow ourselves to receive the divine guidance. We need to allow ourselves to align to that possibility that's already there in the quantum realm, and not to interfere with the universe. Otherwise, we might manifest the opposite. We might push it away. Our thoughts and our impatience and our emotions that are also making us feel that it's not happening, I need to force it, then we will continue to recreate that. So we have to stay aware and to surrender. Not easy when the situation seems challenging, difficult circumstances. But we're not the first ones, and this is not the first time something like this has happened for people. So yeah, our earthly mind, human mind, might often think that we know the best, we know better. That's why we want it so hard to like be in our way. The manifestation or the process has to happen just the way how we think it should. But most of the times that's not the case. Actually, we don't know better. So we have to allow it. And remove our own resistance to the process that's unfolding before us. Now I apologize for the sound quality and wind at the background or some other noises, but I'll tell you honestly, now these drive and speak videos for me, recordings, these are some of the best experiences that I feel myself into. They are very natural to me and they just come, and very often I find myself in a place when I don't have my mic or setup with me and I'm in a completely different setup outside, far away from home, and then this inspired message is coming through me, like channel my own higher wisdom, and then that's the time when I need to press record, and this is exactly that time right now. So yeah, this is how I do it. When it comes, when the inspiration comes, I just do it. That's like natural flow. And this is exactly what I was talking about a few minutes ago. It's like I've noticed also this with preparing for videos, at least for me. I'm not saying for everybody, but for me, and I know for other people as well, is that whenever I always do my best to prepare in advance for filming videos, scheduling times and place, and or I've like made a script what to specifically talk about. It always creates some kind of tension, pressure, irritation, and I don't feel in the flow. Quite the opposite. I feel very disturbed, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I almost like I forget the things that I'm supposed to speak anyways, even if I like reread them prior to the recording. And so it's like I'm unable to go in the flow often. And on the opposite, when I'm not prepared, when I don't have like my plan scheduled, what to speak about, how to speak about, when, where, what type of setup, that's when there is least pressure, there is like least expectation. That's where often these unexpected insights, spiritual insights and wisdom can come to me, through me, because then there is less pressure, less resistance, then I am more open to receiving divine guidance, as it is happening right now in this moment for me. And when I'm saying this, I feel like strong resonance in my heart, and there is tears of joy when I'm saying this, because there is inner recognition. That's the inner truth right now that I am experiencing in this moment, and I am embodying and living my inner truth right now. And when I'm often preparing in advance, there is this anticipation growing and anxiety, and it grows over time, usually not to be excitement anymore, but rather than as a energy or sense of duty. I have to. I've invested this and that, and if I don't do it, then I will feel disappointed, shamed, even guilty. And universe will definitely not like that, because I will demonstrate to it that seriously enough. So yeah, these type of energies, and which are, I can definitely know that those type of energies are not very attractive to my audience and people who are watching and listening. So yeah, that's another paradox. The harder I try, then the least successful I am, and I've been wanting for a long time to be able to just record a natural flow, because on a intuitive level I knew, and that's definitely one of my abilities, not just mine but other people's too, are able to tap into this in real time and just let the message through. Whatever comes, especially when there's like inspired feeling behind it, or there's like this nudge inside, this impulse to press record and see what's coming. And I recognize that there are different types of content structures for like specific instruction or learning methodological types of video. You might need more structure, like points, specific step by step, and perhaps less flowy videos for other types of purposes and expression of consciousness and energy. The message that comes through freely through flow can be quite healing and quite enlightening for other people and quite transformative and awakening. So there's different place and time for different types of formats.